It was football's biggest money machine, built to generate billions in only 6 weeks. For the first time.
This looks like a professionally animated Vox-Style explainer, but I created the entire video using ChatGPT, GPT Image 2, and Google Omni. No motion designer, no complicated animation software, and you can test this entire workflow for free. In this video, I'll show you the complete process, step by step. I'll show you the prompts I used, the settings that actually matter, and one important mistake that can make the final video feel inconsistent. By the end, you'll have a reusable system for creating Vox-style videos about almost any topic. Alright, let's jump in. First, open ChatGPT. Before asking it to create anything, I want ChatGPT to understand what a Vox-style video actually looks like. So I enter a prompt like this. Find around 10 YouTube videos that explain Vox's editing and video production style. Then use those videos to give me a complete breakdown of the visual style, script structure, editing, and the different elements that make it work. The goal here is not just to collect a few visual references. I want ChatGPT to understand how these videos are structured, how the visuals support the narration, how the script builds an argument, and how the editing keeps the viewer engaged. As you can see, ChatGPT gives me a very detailed response. It recommends videos to study, it breaks down the editing style, and it explains things like, the script is built as an argument. Honestly, the response is probably more detailed than most people need, but that's completely fine. You don't need to read and memorize every single line. The important part is that ChatGPT has now analyzed the style. It has the context it needs to help us with the rest of the workflow. And this next step is where this becomes more than just a one-time experiment. Now, I ask ChatGPT to turn everything it learned into a reusable prompt system. I enter this prompt. Now create 2 reusable prompts for me. The first should be a complete visual style prompt for generating images. The second should be a general animation prompt. The animation prompt should not describe one specific scene. Instead, it should explain how the animations should move, behave, and feel across the entire video. I'll use the visual style prompt to generate the images. Then I'll use the animation prompt to turn those images into video clips. For this project, I'm using GPT Image 2 to create the first frame visuals. Then I'm using Google Omni to animate those visuals. So instead of writing a completely new prompt every time, ChatGPT is helping me build one consistent visual system and one consistent animation system. That consistency is important. Without it, every scene can look like it came from a completely different video. Once the style system is ready, we can start writing the actual script. For this example, I'm creating a video about why is the 2026 FIFA World Cup considered the most profitable World Cup ever? So I enter this prompt. I want to create a Vox-style video about why is the 2026 FIFA World Cup considered the most profitable World Cup ever? Please write a 60-second script and divide it into 6 sections. Each section should be 10 seconds or less. Start the first section with a strong, punchy hook. Use short and simple sentences in every section. For now, just give me the script. There's a reason I divide the script into 6 sections. In the Google Omni setup I'm using, each generated video can be up to 10 seconds long. So instead of trying to generate one complete 60-second video, I create 6 separate clips. Each clip covers one clear idea from the script. And honestly, this limitation is actually helpful. It forces each scene to stay focused and easy to understand. The script ChatGPT gives me is pretty good. It's short, it's clear, and it gets straight to the point. Could I spend more time rewriting and polishing it? Of course. But for this tutorial, it's more than good enough. So I'm going to use it. Now we have the script. But a good script alone does not guarantee good visuals. This next prompt is one of the most important parts of the entire workflow. I enter. Based on the Vox style we analyzed above, create 2 prompts for each section of the script. First, create a first frame image prompt for GPT Image 2. Then create an animation prompt for Google Omni. Each animation prompt should cover one video clip of 10 seconds or less. Keep the visual language consistent across all 6 sections. Give me the prompts only. ChatGPT now gives me a first frame image prompt and a Google Omni animation prompt for every section. So for 6 sections, I receive 6 image prompts and 6 animation prompts. Next, I open a fresh ChatGPT conversation. You don't have to do this, but I personally like keeping the image generation process separate and organized. Then I generate all 6 first frame images. When generating the images, I'm checking more than just whether each image looks good. I also want all 6 images to feel like they belong in the same video. The typography should feel consistent. The colors should feel related. The visual hierarchy should follow the same rules. And the overall editorial style should stay consistent from one scene to the next. Once all 6 first frame images are ready, open Google Flow. Upload all 6 images. Then select the first image and choose Animate. Now, there are a lot of settings here, but you really only need to focus on 4 things: the generation mode, the aspect ratio, the model, and the video length. For the generation mode, you can choose frames or ingredients. Personally, I usually prefer ingredients. The 2 modes can produce slightly different results. And from my own tests, ingredients often gives me more natural and more interesting motion. But that doesn't mean it will always be better. So I recommend testing both with the same image and prompt. I'll show you a direct comparison in just a moment. For the aspect ratio, I'm selecting 16:9 because my first frame images were generated in 16:9. If your original images are vertical, for example 9:16, make sure your video format is also set to 9:16. Otherwise, you may get unwanted cropping or a completely different composition. Next, I select the Omni Flash model. Then I set the duration to 10 seconds. At the time I recorded this video, one 10-second generation cost 15 credits. My Pro account included 1,000 credits per month, and free users received 50 credits per day. These credit limits can change, so make sure you check the latest information in your own account. Once the settings are ready, paste in the animation prompt. Then generate the video. Repeat the same process for the remaining 5 images. I've already generated all 6 video clips. So now, let's compare the results. On the left, the clip was generated using frames mode. On the right, the clip was generated using ingredients mode. Take a close look at the movement and transitions. Which version looks better to you? Personally, I think the ingredients version feels a little more polished, but let me know which one you prefer. At this point, the project may look almost finished. But there's one problem that can make 6 good-looking clips feel like 6 completely different videos. The narration. You may have noticed that my generated clips do not include any narration. That was intentional. I recommend creating the voiceover separately. Here's why. We are generating 6 individual video clips. If Google Omni also generates the narration inside every clip, the pacing may not stay consistent. One clip might speak too quickly, another might speak too slowly. The pauses may feel unnatural, and sometimes the voice itself can sound different between separate generations. Even if the visuals look great, inconsistent narration can make the entire video feel less professional. Creating the voiceover separately gives you much more control. If possible, use your own voice. Your own voice will usually feel more natural, more personal, and more connected to your channel. But if you don't want to record your own narration, you can use a text-to-speech tool like 11 Labs or Google AI Studio. For this video, I'm using Google AI Studio. I paste in the complete script. Then I choose a voice that matches the tone of the video. After that, I generate the TTS audio. Now we have 6 video clips and 1 complete voiceover. The final step is putting everything together. Open CapCut. Import the 6 video clips and the TTS audio. I recommend placing the voiceover on the timeline first. Then edit the visuals around the narration. The narration should control the pacing of the final video, not the other way around. Match each video clip to the correct part of the script. You may need to trim a few frames from some clips. You may also need to slightly speed up or slow down a clip. That's completely normal. You don't have to use the full 10 seconds of every generated video. Only use the strongest moments that support the narration. You can also add transitions between different sections, but don't overdo it. For this type of explainer video, simple and clean transitions usually work better. The visuals, text, and narration should feel like one connected system. They should not feel like separate effects competing for attention. Once everything is lined up, watch the entire video from beginning to end. Check the pacing, check the narration, and make sure every visual supports what is being said. When everything feels right, export the video. And just like that, the complete 1-minute Vox-Style video is finished. Now let's watch the final result.
This wasn't just the biggest World Cup ever. It was football's biggest money machine, built to generate billions in only 6 weeks. For the first time, 48 teams competed across 104 matches. More games meant more tickets, more broadcasts, and more advertising space. Then came North America. 3 wealthy markets, 16 host cities, huge stadiums, premium prices, and enormous demand for corporate hospitality. FIFA budgeted nearly $8.9 billion in 2026 revenue. Around $3.9 billion came from broadcasting and $3 billion from tickets and hospitality. Marketing rights added another $1.8 billion. Across the full 4-year cycle, FIFA expected a record $13 billion in revenue. So the secret wasn't one massive deal, it was scale. More teams, more matches, more viewers, and more ways to monetize every moment.
Okay, that's the final video. But the real value of this workflow isn't just creating one Vox-Style explainer. What you're actually building is a reusable AI video system. ChatGPT handles the research, the script, and the prompts. GPT Image 2 creates the first frame visuals. Google Omni turns those images into animated scenes. And finally, TTS and CapCut bring everything together. Once you understand this workflow, you can reuse the same system for almost any topic: business, technology, history, sports, finance, or even product explainers. You don't need to start from zero every time. You can keep the same structure and simply replace the topic, script, and visual references. And now, I'm curious. Which Google Flow mode looked better to you? Frames or ingredients? Let me know in the comments below. I test practical AI video workflows like this, so you can see what actually works before spending your own time and credits. So if that sounds useful, subscribe to Monetize with AI. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.